Hello, today I'm going to go over class composition or hazard relation. Hazard relation is one class has the other class or one class is part of the other class. So I'd like to give this analogy like we have a car. Okay, let's have a nice car over here. Okay, if I can draw a nice car. Yes, this has a tires. Okay, so tire has a pressure and we need to check. And how many tires we have totally? Because the other side also has tires. So totally we have 4 tires in this car. So we have one class called car, the other class called tire. Okay, so dependency I'm going to show you with this arrow. So this is car class depends on, let's make here write a car. This is tire. I should make this lowercase actually because we don't use like this, right? So car, oops, right, this is so small. And the other one is, it's that tire class, right? So car has tires. If he has one tire, we will say car has a tire, but we have now tires we will going to have. So I'll keep the thing simple and we will have tire arrays in car. So let's try to write this code, and this has a relationship with, let's try to understand it. So currently I'm using only one page. We can separate them in different files. Currently I have this. Let me make this main CPP. There we go. So we are going to have car class, right? So before that, maybe I should put tire class because C++ starts from top to bottom reading. So we cannot put the tire class bottom. So in here, let's make this public for now. If you want, we can make it all private. So the tire has integer pressure because we would like to check the pressure if tires are okay when we start the car, right? So maybe it has also tire has, I don't know, some other things, diameter or brand. Let's say have brand or I don't know, so type, tire type, winter or summer or something like that. So we will have a car class now. We are going to this now, car class. Car will have tire. So class car, and I'm going to put again everything in public. Later on we can make this private. So this time I will have tire, tires, and I have 4 of them. Okay, because I have 4 of them. Yeah, right. So when I create a car, like let's say Volvo, okay, so you will see when if I have a constructor over here, you will see one car constructor and 4 tire constructor created because it has 4 tires. If you want me to demonstrate, I can, but I'd like to keep this video short. So I'd like to add car, add tires, but first I'd like to create a tire. Let's create a tire, and I'll say left tire, okay, L tire, or maybe left tire, and then this is here, and the left tire and pressure equal to, let's say 20, let's say 32, because this is okay. So, or I'd like to give just a tire, okay, not a left tire, because this is a general tire. If you want, we can change. So what I would like to do is for the Volvo, because it has a tires, right? And then I can access the 0th one and then say this is yours. So we put the first tire on the car, and I can go ahead and then put all 4 tires with its corresponding index. If you remember, it is 0 based, so we have 4 tires. And I can for loop over this and then print all the pressures in this car. So length is 4, and then I can do this cout, for example, psi, which is per pressure per square inch or something like that. You can look at that, and I'd like to print all the information that we set. Okay, and maybe not new line, maybe we can put some tab and continue. Maybe we can put a new line after this. So let's run this and see what do we have here. We have a problem. Houston, PSI tires. Yes, tires. What pressure we want to print, right? Because tire has so much things. So first we are in the car. We get in the car and we get the first tire. Yes, only first tire actually. We should be putting this I, right? And then tire, each tire, this becomes a tire. And this tire, when we put dot, we can reach the pressure. So let's run this. Now, if you look at PSI 32, all of them like this, great. So if I want to change this second tire's pressure, and I can do it, I can create another tire and put that one. Let's do this. For example, I will say now bTire, not aTire. And then this is, let's say this is a little bit low pressure, and I'm going to put into here. So aTire, bTire only. So you will see the pressure will be different for the tire, and we can warn the driver about it. So this is all good. This has a relationship in symbol. But if you understand this, that's great. I'm gonna make things a little bit complicated because this is public. I'd like to turn this into private. And when I do this, let's see, private. When I save, all this becomes problem because I cannot access. If you, okay, just one thing. This is called client code, okay? Main. Main is not part of our code. Main is a test ground and it is like a stranger. So this guy cannot access. These are my data. I can access within the car, these things, tires. But this guy cannot access all these private things because we made it private. So in order to add into tires, I need to have some public interface. This is called interface or API. So I'm going to have one function void because I'm not going to return anything. Add a tire class, not tires, because it will add one tire at a time. So I'm going to pass a tire class, a tire. This is the same name, but I will say and new tire. Let me say, okay, just to separate them with this one, so you not get confused. So for this one, when I add, I need to remember which index I use last, right? So I'd like to have one class member data integer last location. Okay, this is cool, but I need to have a constructor now in here to set the last location to initial value, which is what? 0. So last location is equal to 0. And when I create this Volvo, this car, it will automatically call this one, and I set the last location to 0. And now what I'm going to do is, because I have tires, I will do this tires, and then come here, the last location, right, last location equal to new tire. So I am able to edit. I need to increment this last location plus 1. So plus means equal, location plus last location equal to last location plus 1. So I enable the last location. So you may say, why don't you check? Because we can have Atmos 4. So I should be able to check this. That's right. I don't want to go into details that much. Okay, we can do a lot of improvement. So for this one now, what I'm going to do is just come here to my Volvo car. I will just say now add tire, and I'm going to add a tire. This is going to add to the first location. So I'm going to copy paste this several times, and it is the bTire. So now I don't need this part, right? I'm going to take this to the bottom, so we don't need this. So just put over here just to have some space. But still we cannot access the tires. So I should have some kind way of accessing the tires and each tire. So I'd like to have one accessor function. So to get tire, okay, and I would like to know the index location of it, okay, or I can say int location, and then this is going to return what? Tire, okay, and then I will return tires array I'm going to use, and I will, whatever the location you are asking, I'm going to, not that one, just the location. This is the parameter, so I'm gonna return it, right? So I will return that one. So in order to do this, I cannot call directly tires because it's not private. I will just say dot get tire, and which one? Now I can use only parentheses because this is a function, and I will say the ith tire. And when I run this, we will see the same exact thing now, right? This is fantastic. So you may say, this is cool, but the pressure is now public. So I can make this also get pressure and access that pressure. That's possible. All is good. You may say this is becoming a chain, like a train. So can you make this nicer? Yeah, I can come here and then I'll say void, like a show tire status. Okay, and I'll just come here and do the for loop over tires because I can access this member variable. I'll just gonna cut this part. Okay, all of them. X. Going to put over here. I need to do some changes because I don't need to Volvo. This is. I don't need to say get tires because this is mine. Why I'm going to get. I'll just say tire index I tires, right? Index I and print the pressure. So I will just come here and then now Volvo car I have dot and then show tire status. Maybe tire status, yeah, okay, and run and all is beautiful. So my main doesn't need to know all the details, doesn't need to be smart. So all is cool. Now we are able to write. So going back to the picture, we have now car class. Here we have car and we have tire class, and car has, if you see, we have tires. So don't get scared. When you have integer, like if this was a student class and if I have grades, I will say student, I'm sorry, integer grades. It is very similar, but the type is tire, our own class now. This is called has a relationship. Let me have this one. Where is my pen? Make this larger to get my pen. Is it? Oh, okay, yeah. So this is a has a relationship or called class composition. Okay, that is it. It's simple, right? So one car can have one or four tires. Actually, we should say exactly four tires. Otherwise, this car cannot move. So this is the basically UML chart for this one. Awesome. Thank you. Hope you liked it.